Oh, yeah, right. The audio should. Okay, thank you, Kirby, for fixing that. Anyways, fellow, good morning once again, and this is Hello Pilipinas. I am Cairo, and we will be here up until 11 a.m. right here. And yes, we will be covering the latest lifestyle happenings alongside with the um alongside with the news headlines that you need to know right here. And yeah, also, later in part of the lifestyle coverage, we will also be covering an anime convention that is Anime Japan 2025. So yeah, yes, you heard that right. There is Anime Japan 2025 that will take place today, and that is after the koolNews early edition, where that we will be covering the latest coverage on what's in the Anime Japan 2025. All right, so now let's get into the lifestyle happenings. Let's get started. So, if I go to VM here, let me just move over to once again. I will be moving over to the how do I say this? Once again, I'll be moving over to the VM. So there, you may want to take care of the um the the VM window. Thank you very much. All right. I think I accidentally hopefully that doesn't terminate my Roblox, but my shift key is somewhat stuck now, and I don't know if I'm going to get disconnected any moment now, but I hope not. But yeah, let me go open the yep, where is it? The Pyro VM. There we go. Okay, so let's get into that now. Since we're not using vMix, we're using OBS, and hopefully it will not lag. So yeah, let me just choices. Let me just check the Yo server real quick. Kung may Hello Pilipinas si Cairo, abangan po ang Goodbye Pilipinas ni Athena. Lamaw. Sorry ha. Wrong stream by the way, GJG, wrong stream. I already private that stream. So yeah, wrong stream talaga Lamaw. It's a wrong stream. Yeah, my bad. So yeah. I mean, it was automatically configured to start automatically. And I mean, you get the idea how it's going, right? All right, so let's get into the lifestyle now. Let me head over to another profile for intended for Hello Pilipinas. Okay, I'm gone. Okay, I'm gone. So, yep, my Roblox restarted because I freaking accidentally. Oh wait, no, I don't want to start another update. No, Roblox, no. Okay, um, so there you go. You can see my VM here, therapy. You can see my VM right now, huh? All right. All right, let's go to Lifestyle Inquirer. I will be back in the Roblox in a bit, but in the meantime, let's get into the Inquirer website right now. So let's see what do we have here. Okay, we have um it's still loading. Okay, it's still loading. All right, we need to talk about new genes. Yes, we need to talk about new genes, or I should say NJ. Yeah, NJ. And GCS and GCS. So, what's been happening with the new genes lately? So let's get into that right now. And again, as you can see, I'm not in the Roblox, but I'll be back later. But I will be back right now, actually, since I have my control now. Let's type no click or no or fly. Yeah, let's type that line. Lag, of course. But yeah, okay. All right, there we go. My rank is there. Fly. Let's go there. And I am back. Yep, I'm back now. Wait, no, not this it. No, there we go. All right, on fly, and we are in. Let's begin. Ladies and gents, let's begin. All right, let's begin. So, TLC team, go switch to the VM window now. All right, let's begin. All right, so bunnies, we're in for some sad news. It looks like we can't breathe easy just yet. Although New Jeans departed from Outdoor last November and is set to appear as NJC in this month's Complex Con in Hong Kong, also with news of releasing a new song under the new name, the Seoul Central District Court has made a ruling that may affect the girls' activities. No wonder what's going on lately. Today, March 21st, the court issued an injunction to stop members of the group from pursuing independent projects. Ooh. All right. Reuters cites from a court statement. The Seoul Central District Court upheld a request from label Ador to maintain its rule managing the group and prohibit New Jeans members from engaging in commercial activities without the label's consent. No wonder why. And I am most likely I might have accidentally screwed up my Roblox client again, so womp womp. Continuing here, the group took to Instagram following the ruling, citing in the post, NGC respects the court's ruling. However, we believe that the decision did not fully take into account the complete breakdown of trust the members have experienced toward Adore. Through the NGC PR account, the group stated that they did not have sufficient opportunity to fully present the factual background to the court. In contrast, Outdoor and Hipe had full access to information on the members' activities, while the group had to individually contact relevant parties to request information. The group cited this as an imbalance of information. So, what happened to them? Well, after the Seoul court issued the order to stop them from doing their independent activities, Hipe's subsidiary Outdoor thanked the court. Surprise, surprise. With our status as New Jeans exclusive agency now legally affirmed, we are fully committed to supporting the artists moving forward, Outdoor states in its statement. And JC expressed their plan to challenge the court decision. On their PR account, they also emphasized that the injunction, which Outdoor had won today, is a provisional measure. A separate main lawsuit regarding the validity of the exclusive contract termination is currently underway, the group states. Unlike injunction proceedings, the main lawsuit allows us to freely utilize civil procedure tools to collect necessary evidence. We anticipate this will greatly reinforce our claims. The lawsuit court hearing is scheduled for April 3rd. NGC New Jeans also emphasized that their scheduled appearance at ComplexCon on March 23rd would push through. Outdoor stated that the agency would be present at the event. So that's what's been going on lately with New Jeans, and I Roblox. No, never. So, okay. Sorry about that. I really hate my computer. I hate my computer, but my keyboard is failing right now, and my shift keying is stuck now. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. We will continue covering the latest lifestyle happenings later, but in the meantime, it is now 9:18 p.m. as we will record with more lifestyle happenings and of course the early news headlines right here on Hello Pilipinas. Stay along with us. We will be right back. Welcome back to Hello Pilipinas. It's now 9:28 a.m. and as we continue with the latest lifestyle happenings right here. Yes. So let's continue now. And yes, let's get into that. And now let's continue. Okay, so let's see what else do we have here. Let me just get some stuff ready here. Okay, so go to let's go to work profile. Okay, break this shutdown properly. No surprise. But we're not going to let our efforts go to waste since we're going to do koolNews early edition later. But yes. Okay, so while we wait here, let's see. Main chat room. Okay, listen. All right, so what's next? Because we're going to cover the Anime Japan 2025 coverage later, but yes. Okay, so I'm still picking what's next one here since I am very unprepared right now. Yeah, I'm unprepared right now. You heard that right. Okay, so let's talk about how you can spend how you can make yourself happy and healthy by spending the right time, money, and the energy. So let's get into that now. All right. So apologies, it's very laggy there on my end, but it's okay. Yeah. And I think there is my VM here. Okay, so let's get into that right now, and we're going to the split screen. Or so there we go. Okay, so I will need to fix that for a bit here, since yeah, it's oh, oops, oops, oops. Okay, Okay, let's get into the next one right now. All right, all right, folks. Let's get into the next one now, and that is the Let's begin with the headlines this morning. Malakanan and a lawyer accredited to the International Criminal Court on Friday rejected claims by supporters of former President Rodrigo Duterte that he was illegally surrendered to the International Tribunal, saying that everything was done by the book. Presidential Communications Office Undersecretary Clara Castro, the Palace press officer, and lawyer Joel Buduyan were reacting to statements made on Thursday by Senator Amy Marcos, President for the Marcos Sikh Judy's elder sister, and other senators during a Senate Foreign Affairs Committee inquiry into last week's arrest of Duterte's for crimes against humanity in his brutal drug war. Castro said Malacana was thankful that the Senate opened a probe, as this would be an opportunity for the government to exploit the legality of Duterte's March 11 arrest and detention in the ICC facility in the Hague, or should say the Hague, the Netherlands, where he will await trial. Castro said people will be more enlightened as to what happened and the law was explained for everyone, Castro said. In a carefully planned operation, authorities arrested the 79-year-old ex-president on his arrival from Hong Kong and immediately whisked him to the nearby Villamore Air Base, where he was held for over 12 hours just before he was flown on a charter jet to The Hague. Buduyan, who spoke at a press briefing alongside Castro, said the arrest and the surrender of Duterte by Philippine authorities to the ICC were legally validated by Republic Act No. 9851, the 2009 law penalizing crimes against humanity, as well as Articles 59 of the Roman Statute, the treaty which created the International Tribunal. Section 17 of R 9851 gives the Philippine government discretion to directly surrender a suspect to an international court once a warrant is issued, he said. Vice President Sara Duterte was one of the loudest critics of the arrest. She said it was unlawful because no Philippine court had issued a warrant against her father. There was a warrant of arrest and it was issued by an international court where we were a member, so this is not a warrantless arrest, Buduyan said. The ICC maintains that it could try to Duterte for crimes against humanity, especially murder, that were committed when the Philippines was still a state party to the Roman Statute from November 2011 to March 2019, which covers his use as the mayor and president of the country. Article 59 of the treaty states that local authorities were not obligated to President Duterte before a local court to examine the legality of his arrest on an ICC warrant, as long as its key provisions verifying the identity of the suspect and upholding his rights are observed, Buduyan explained. He said Duterte was read his Miranda rights and that he had two lawyers with him then, so the substance of Article 59 was actually complied with. Buduyan added that a local court order was not necessary for Duterte's arrest under the Roman Statute. Buduyan, an inquiring columnist, said that the former president was given more privilege than ordinary suspects, which were over and beyond what is required by law. So in substance, nothing was violated and the implementation of the warrant of arrest was valid, he said. Reacting to a GMA news report that Duterte allegedly attempted to apply for asylum in China while he was in Hong Kong, which was apparently rejected by Beijing, Castro said Malacana was unaware of that. We did not receive any word about that. That's not the information that the palace got. Castro said, adding that they only received information about Duterte's return from Hong Kong. Duterte's late counsel, British Israeli Nicholas Kaufman, hinted that he would seek temporary liberty for the former president who will turn 80 next Friday. He said a petition for such during the pre-trial phase was par for the course in the ICC, but he did not say what he would file. In nearly every case, an application for interim release is submitted. I will file it when I feel it is appropriate, Kaufman said in the Netherlands in reports by local news outlets. Duterte should even be sent back home, he added. Why should he not go back? So far as I am concerned, he's being illegally detained here, and he should go back to the Philippines as soon as possible, Kaufman said. He said that during Duterte's first week in detention, he was helping the ex-leader's humanitarian needs and concerns. Duterte's former executive secretary, Salvador Medialdea, who remains hospitalized in The Hague for an undisclosed ailment, is another member of the defense team. The vice president said he had undergone a medical procedure after he fell ill on Tuesday. Regarding the funding for the legal team, Goodman said it has not been decided yet on whether Duterte would seek aid from the ICC or privately paid for. He said Duterte supporters may gladly give out of their own pockets to help fund his defense. Former presidential spokesperson Harry Roque, another lawyer accredited to the ICC, has not been included in Duterte's defense team by the vice president. Roque said on Facebook Live on Thursday that he had filed an application for political asylum, which he had earlier explained he had been prompted by alleged political persecution in the Philippines. Facing out contempt, citation, and possible detention, a group of social media personalities and vloggers summoned by the House Street Committee finally appeared on Friday for the panel's third hearing, where they were put on the spot over their controversial online posts. The nearly 7-hour hearing on the spread of fake news and disinformation saw lawmakers particularly grilling three attendees: newspaper editor Crisette Loretta Chu and bloggers MJ Kuya Ampo, Reyes, and Mark Lopez, and forcing them to apologize for making sensationalized baseless claims. Most of the summoned resource persons have gained a huge following because of social media posts in support of former President Rodrigo Duterte, now a detainee of the International Criminal Court in The Hague, the Netherlands. Chu, Reyes, and Lopez were among the 11 people invited by the House Tricom when the inquiry started in February, allegedly for their role in spreading misleading online content. They snubbed the first hearing and instead went to the Supreme Court with a petition to stop the probe. They also asked the tribunal to bar lawmakers from requiring their presence, saying the inquiry could be used to curtail freedom of speech. The Supreme Court has yet to rule on the petition. Two other summoned resource persons have yet to attend: Lorraine Badoy and Jeffrey Salis, prompting the House to again call for their appearance. The TRICOM is composed of the Committees on Public Order and Safety, Information and Communications Technology, and Public Information. Chu was forced to make an apology by Dinong Representative Judy Edre and Manila Representative Bienvenido Abante for her March 14 post, which claimed there would be a mass vaccination in the police and military because of Duterte's arrest. They cannot be part of this government now, or allegedly, the post partly read. When questioned at the hearing, Chu explained, "Mr. Chair, I made sure to put the word down because no policeman has ever come forward to me to talk about this content. I am maintaining that I am speaking the truth on the impressions on social media." But Edre asked, "Does that mean you just wrote this from your personal impressions, posted on social media, without making sure there is enough basis or made any effort to verify your statements? In putting out information, are you saying categorically that you do not feel any responsibility for the weight of your post?" he asked Chu. Chu, who is also a lifestyle section editor at Manila Bulletin, replied, "I am saying that I am merely writing about what I see as the pulse of the masses, which is that there were policemen who were resigning, which is why I was very careful to write the word thou, thou, thou." In the rest of Chu's post, she wrote, "If you, the police and military, have a chance to change something from the inside, if you are in a position to be a force for good, please don't leave." So, sir, for me, it was more of an piece because on the general impression when I wrote it, Chu told Edgar. Asked for his comment, Police Major General Nicholas Torre III, commanding officer of the operation that placed Duterte under arrest, said, "If the qualification for the word massive is more than the normal, there is none. There are regular resignations in the Philippine National Police, but these are not connected to this issue of Duterte's arrest." Edward then called out Chu for posting content merely based on rumors, saying such posts are associated with showbiz reporters. He then asked Chu whether she felt responsible for the consequences of her posts concerning a matter sensitive to national security. "I do not feel any responsibility because my conscience is clear. It was not prefaced as news," Chu said. "I never claimed to have first-hand information about this. That's why it was important for me to say that." Chu initially refused to apologize, but Ambrati kept pressing her to explain what she meant when she also called the government danga or stupid in a separate Facebook post. This was the post where she claimed that some lawmakers had children living beyond the financial means reflected in their SALN or statements of assets, liabilities, and net worth. That's why I'm asking you, where did you get this? You said you got this from the news, but you don't have documents. You cannot even tell me if you're telling facts or the truth. Apete told Chu. You mean to tell me you're going to base your statement Tangka Gobyerno or the government is stupid just from the news that you read? At this point, Chu gave in. I will apologize, Mr. Chair, for my bad words. I apologize for saying Tangka in my post, she said, breaking into tears. Another vlogger, Mary Jane Ambao Reyes, was also reduced to tears after Ambade confronted her over a post claiming that Exo Jojo killings linked to Duterte's drug war were a massive hoax, quote unquote. The anti-Duterte propagandists, likely funded by drug cartels, terrorists, corrupt politicians, greedy oligarchs, and narrow politicians, are desperately trying to manipulate the global narrative, Reyes then wrote. Addressing the panel, Reyes said what she wrote was matured and based on reports that some pictures of EJK victims shown during protest rallies were of people who did not die during the Duterte administration. Asked by upon Lincoln Representative Joseph Paduano if she could present proof to support her post, Reyes admitted not having any. Okay, sir, next time, sir, before I write something like that, you will get documents and not just rely on what is being said by mainstream media. Paduano and Deputy Speaker David Suarez also confronted Mark Lopez for claiming in a post that the Philippines was also water cannoning Chinese vessels in the West Philippine Sea. In response, Lopez said he only meant that the country could retaliate that way in the face of China's aggressive actions. Pressed by Suarez and Paduano to identify his source for saying Philippine forces had also used water cannon onto Chinese, Lopez replied, "Sige po, I apologize. Fake news po ako." Also present at Friday's hearing was the Philippine Coast Guard spokesperson on the West Philippine Sea, Commandant J. Tarela, whom Lopez had often called a United States lapdog. Upon hearing Lopez's admission, Tarela remarked, "This is exactly the kind of fake news that we are talking about." And public hospitals and health centers in Luzon are set to receive artificial intelligence software designed to detect early signs of tuberculosis, a bacterial infection affecting more than 700,000 Filipinos. Under a partnership between the medical technology company Health News Siemens Health News Philippines and Philippine Business for Social Progress, the AI software will be used in 28 hospitals and health centers in the National Capital Region, Central Luzon, and Cavite, Laguna, Batangas, Rizal, and Quezon or Calabarzon. According to PEPSP Executive Director Elvin Evan UI, the three regions account for more than 60% of TB cases in the country. Citing data from the World Health Organization, he said the Philippines is currently the fourth largest contributor of TB cases worldwide, accounting for 6.8% of total cases or about 739,000 patients. While we may not be able to cover the entire regions, we expect these tools to help our local health frontliners screen more accurately, more efficiently, US said on Thursday. We're estimating about 126,000 people screened per month across those 28 devices with AI across the three regions, he added. The AI software provided by Cure.ai gives an automated interpretation of a patient's digital chest X-ray. By producing results in a matter of seconds, it can help speed up the diagnosis and allow the TB patient to get early treatment. Tisha Bodman, Executive Vice President of Siemens Health News, stressed the importance of early diagnosis for TB both for the patients they need to take their antiretroviral drugs and help them follow up on a very consistent basis for 6, 7, 9 months. It's a long process, and if there's any gap in the follow up, unfortunately, they can easily affect those around them. Up to 15 people a year. It is a highly infectious and transferable disease when not controlled, she added. In local hospitals and health centers with limited manpower, it will still take several days to release chest X-ray findings, she said. So what's absolutely critical with AI is being able to make a diagnosis on the spot to see what we call in global health screen and treat. Very quickly, if the person is resumptive for TB, we will confirm that with the clinical sputum test, and the person can be started under antiretrovirals, Goldman said. The initiative is part of Siemens and BBSP's project called Access TB, or Advancing Client-Centered Care and Expanding Sustainable Services for TB. Supported by the Global Fund to Fight AIDS, Tuberculosis, and Malaria, the project seeks to accelerate the adoption of AI in medical diagnosis. This is koolNews Early Edition. It is now 10:10 a.m. as we will continue with more early news headlines right here on Hello Pilipinas after the break. We will be right back. Okay, I think we are having a little bit of the camera technical difficulties right now. Okay. All right, so now let's continue with the headlines. Okay, so one moment. Okay, well, let's get into international headlines. President Donald Trump on Friday denied reports that Elon Musk would see top secret U.S. plans for a possible war with China, saying that his billionaire ally thinks links with Beijing raise potential conflicts of interest. The judgment of Musk's ruling rules in business and government came as Trump pushed back against media reports saying the SpaceX and Tesla owner will receive a Pentagon briefing on its China strategy. The reports found concern about the influence of the world's richest man in the White House as an unelected South African-born tycoon who has become Trump's source of fire. Musk did visit the Pentagon on Friday, but Trump insisted that he was there for Dodge, not for China, referring to Musk's Department for Government Efficiency, which is expanding its cost-cutting drive to the Defense Department. Trump told reporters in the Oval Office when asked about the possibility of sharing the war with Musk. I don't want to show it to anybody. You're talking about a potential war with China. Certainly, you wouldn't show it to a businessman. Elon has businesses in China and he would susceptible perhaps to that. Musk automaker Tesla produces some of its electric vehicles at a huge so-called gigafactory in Shanghai, trying to compete with fast-growing Chinese manufacturers. The entrepreneur has a cult figure in China and has fostered ties with its leadership. He has also caused controversy, suggesting the South Road Island of Taiwan should become part of China. In the United States, Trump has repeatedly insisted that Musk has no conflict of interest, even as Musk leads a harsh overhaul of U.S. government agencies that, in some cases, his companies have dealings with. Musk SpaceX has U.S. government defense contracts worth billions of dollars, including for launching rockets and for the use of the Starlink satellite service. Trump has recently further blurred the line by promoting Tesla cars after attacks by vandals over Musk links to the White House. Trump suggested Friday that such vandals could be deported to prisons in El Salvador. According to the New York Times, Musk had been set to receive a briefing Friday on U.S. military plans in case of a war with China, including maritime tactics, fitting plans. The Wall Street Journal and the Washington Post also reported on the apparent briefing. The Times later reported that the meeting in the secure tank room of the Pentagon had been called off after the story was published late Thursday. Trump, who has launched a series of attacks on journalists and news outlets in recent days, furiously lashed out at the press over the story. Trump said of the New York Times, they really are the enemy of the people. Defense Secretary Pete said Musk's informal meeting at the Pentagon would focus on innovation and efficiencies, not top secret China plans. The New York Times immediately retracted its fake narrative, Hasek said on X. Tensions have soared between Washington and Beijing since Trump's integration as the world's two largest economies imposed a tariff of on each other's imports. Democrats have meanwhile blasted Trump for handling administration policy to Musk, despite him undergoing no background checks and heading companies with government contracts. Musk joined the chorus of criticism of the Times, labeling pure propaganda on his social media platform X. In a separate post related, Musk said he said Friday's meeting would not be his first visit to the U.S. Defense Department. I have been to the Pentagon many times over many years. Not my first time in the building, he wrote. Counter-terror police on Friday launched a probe into an electricity substation fire that shut down Heathrow Airport, causing travel chaos for passengers around the world and the cancellation or diversion of hundreds of flights from Europe's busiest hub. Heathrow relies routes to around 80 countries and 1,350 flights have been due to land or take off from the airport's five terminals on Friday, according to the online flight tracking website Flight Radio 24. Some 238,000 passengers a day and 83 million a year use Heathrow, making one of the world's busiest airports. London's Metropolitan Police said the force counterterrorism comment was leading inquiries given the impact this incident has had on critical national infrastructure. While there is currently no indication of foul play, we retain an open mind at this time, a spokesperson added. Firefighters. Okay, what does it say? Mark Really Roblox was detected for exploiting, client not responding. Okay, I think we have a flow here with me. I will be back on the Roblox in a bit. But yes, I am not there anymore, so stand by here. I'll be back. But we will continue with the headlines as we as we are as we are still here. Firefighters were called to the highly visible place at a stop station shortly after 11 after 23:20 GMT on Thursday, and around 70 were sent to battle the fire, which was brought under control by 8 8 a.m. GMT. UK Energy Secretary Ed Miliband promised that the government would do all it could to restore power to Heathrow quickly, as questions were raised about the airport's resilience. Electricity Distribution Network National Grid said around 1400 GMT that power had been partially restored to Heathrow as well as to local residents affected. The shutdown left many frustrated passengers struggling to make alternative arrangements. Okay. Muhammad Khalil, age of 28, who was booked on the flight to Pakistan to be united with his wife after 5 months, said, I had planned this journey 3 months ago. I have spent so much money on tickets and everything. You can't imagine how stressful it is for me, he told AFP. British Airways said the closure of its main hub would have a significant impact on its operations and passengers. We are working as quickly as possible to update you on the travel options for the next 24 hours and beyond, it said. Talia Forcades, Ides, I should say, for age of 42, was supposed to leave London on Friday morning for at hence, but rushed to Gatwick to get a new ticket when she heard the news. Her mother was having open heart surgery later in the day. I just need to be there, she told AFP, her voice shaking with emotion. Around 120 Heathrow bound planes were in the air when the closure was announced, according to Flight Radio 24. The UK's second busiest airport, Heathrow, said it would accept some flights from Heathrow. Others were diverted to European airports, including Shannon in southwestern England, Frankfurt, and Paris Charles de Gaulle. London Fire Brigade Deputy Commissioner Jonathan Smith said firefighters had worked tirelessly in challenging and very hazardous conditions. He told reporters the fire had involved a transformer comprising of 25,000 liters of cooling oil fully aligned, posing a hazard due to the substation still live high voltage equipment. One resident recalled hearing a massive explosion as the power cut out just before midnight, while another reported seeing a bright flash of white. One resident around 150 people were evacuated from nearby properties because of the fire. The outage left 100,000 homes without power overnight, with all except 4,000 restored by morning. As the scale of the disruption began to emerge, Miliband faced questions about how one fire could shut down an entire airport. He said National Grid had told him they had not seen anything like the scale of what happened. but it makes Heathrow look quite vulnerable, and therefore we have got to learn lessons, as I say, about not just Hero but how we protect our major infrastructure. He told ITV News. Willie Wallish, the Director General of Airline Industry Trade Association IATA, said the closure was yet another case of Heathrow letting go both travelers and airlines. How is that the critical infrastructure of national and global importance is totally dependent on a single power source without an alternative, he wrote on X. If that is the case, as it seems, then it is a clear planning failure by the airport. Flights from all over the world were affected by the closure, and aviation consultant Philip Butterworth Hayes told AP it would cost more than 50 million pounds or $64.7 million to the airport and airlines. Situated 25 kilometers or 50 miles west of central London, Heathrow's main flight destinations last year were Dublin, Los Angeles, Madrid, and New York. And it looks like we have some breaking news related to sports, courtesy of Philippine Star. Former heavyweight boxing champion George Foreman, who fought an ironic battle with Muhammad Ali before later reclaiming the title two decades later, died Friday, aged 76, his family announced in the statement. With profound sorrow, we announce the passing of our beloved George Edward Foreman Sr., who peacefully departed on March 21, 2025, surrounded by loved ones. The statement said. This is a breaking news. And as we continue now with the international headlines, an overstaying American tourist was arrested for allegedly assaulting a man who confronted him over a case of alleged sexual harassment at a five-star hotel in Paranaque City, the Bureau of Immigration said Friday. Even Ronald Berlin, age 31, was apprehended by BI's Fugitive Search Unit on March 14 at his residence in Makati City. Immigration Commissioner Joel Attorney Viado said in a statement that he issued a mission order authorizing the FSU apprentice to arrest Berlin after a deportation complaint was filed against him for being an undesirable alien. Berlin was accused of attacking a man inside a bar on March 9, leaving him unconscious after the victim allegedly confronted him for sexually assaulting his wife. He will undergo deportation proceedings for overstaying and undesirability. Foreigners who violate our immigration laws and harm people do not deserve the privilege to stay in our country, Viado explained. Further investigation revealed that Berlin had arrived in the Philippines on March 5, 2023 as a temporary visitor. However, he failed to attend his stay beyond July 2023, making him an overstaying foreign national at the time of his arrest. Authorities also Authorities also disclosed that Berlin was wanted for a separate case, with the Makati City Metropolitan Trial Court having issued a warrant for his arrest in September 2024 on charges of physical injury in violation of the Safe Space Act. Meanwhile, the BI also reported the arrest of Odaira Kai, a 35-year-old Japanese national suspected of being a member of the notorious Luffy fraud syndicate. He has been in custody since March 15 in Pampanga following a request from Japanese authorities who accused him and his accomplices of stealing ATM cards and withdrawing over 4 million Japanese yen from a victim. Both Berlin and Kai are currently detained at the BI Coastal facility in Campagong Diwa, Taguig City, as deportation proceedings against them move forward. And artificial intelligence AI startup Perplexity on Friday expressed its interest in buying TikTok, which faces a deadline to divest from its Chinese owner or be banned in the United States. Perplexity in a blog post lay out a vision for integrating its AI-powered internet search capabilities with the popular video snippets sharing app. Combining Perplexity's answer engine with TikTok's extensive video library would allow us to build the best search experience in the world. The San Francisco-based firm Recent. Perplexity is singularly positioned to rebuild the TikTok algorithm without creating a monopoly, combining world-class technical capabilities with little tech independence. President Donald Trump earlier this month said the United States was in talks with four groups interested in acquiring TikTok, with the Chinese-owned app facing an uncertain future in the country. A U.S. law has ordered TikTok to divest from its Chinese owner ByteDance or be banned in the United States. Trump said aboard Air Force One, "We're dealing with four different groups, and a lot of people want it, and it's up to me. All four are good," he added without naming them. The law banning TikTok took effect on January 19 over concerns that the Chinese government could exploit the video sharing platform to spy on Americans or covertly influence U.S. public opinion. During his first stint in the White House, Trump similarly attempted to ban TikTok in the United States on national security concerns. Although TikTok does not appear overly motivated regarding the sale of the app, potential buyers include an initiative called the People's Bid for TikTok, launched by real estate and sports tycoon friend Mark Gord's Project Liberty initiative. Others in the running are Microsoft, Oracle, and a group that includes internet personality Mr. Beast, whose real name is Jimmy Donaldson. Any acquisition by a consortium of investors could in fact keep ByteDance in control of the algorithm, while any acquisition by a competitor will likely create a monopoly in the short form video and information space. Perplexity contended in the post. All of society benefits when content feeds are liberated from the manipulations of foreign governments and globalist monopolists. Perplexity said it would build infrastructure for TikTok and data centers in the United States and maintain it with US oversight. The AI startup also proposed rebuilding TikTok's winning algorithm from the ground up, making the app's For You recommendation feed open source. Perplexity also vowed to enable TikTok users to cross-reference information as they watch videos to check their veracity. That is all for the early morning headlines with on koolNews Early Edition. And now let's get into the weather forecast in a bit as we are going to prepare. And give me one moment, all right? Mm, Excuse me. Okay, so while we are preparing for the weather forecast, later on Hello Pilipinas, we will be covering the Anime Japan 2025 part of the lifestyle right here on the show. So stay tuned for the latest Anime Japan 2025 headlines as this will also be covered on my show Aspis Cafe next Wednesday. And speaking of Aspis Cafe, we are going to have our first ever giveaway. And yes, you will know more on Monday. So stay tuned for the giveaway of of us for the giveaway on Aspers Coffee. But now, as we are about to start the weather, we will be playing the weather right now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Pagasa Weather Forecast. And the weather starts now.
Happy weekend po sa ating lahat. Ako si Benison Estareja. Patuloy pa rin po ang epekto ng may kalakasang northeast monsoon or hanging amihan sa malaking bahagi ng Luzon. Magdadala ito ng bahagyang malamig pa rin po na temperatura at may hinang ulan lalo sa may eastern and southern portions. Samantala yung easterlies o yung mainit na hangin galing sa silangan, nagdadala po ng mga paulan sa malaking bahagi ng Mindanao. And over Palawan and Visayas, nagtatagpo ang amihan at ang easterlies. Kaya't meron po tayo nabubuo pa rin na shear line. Ito yung linya kung saan nga nagkakaroon tayo ng minsan malalakas na mga pag-ulan, kaya't mag-ingat pa rin sa banta ng baha at pagguho ng lupa. Base naman sa ating latest satellite animation, wala pa rin tayong asahan po na bagyo na mabubuo sa ating bansa hanggang sa katapusan po ng Marso. Ngayong araw, asahan pa rin po ang makulimlim na panahon in many areas of Luzon dahil pa rin yan sa northeast monsoon. Makulimlim na panahon or cloudy skies with some light rains dito sa may Cagayan Valley as well as Apayao, pababa po ng Aurora, Quezon, malaking bahagi ng Bicol region, at dito rin sa may Mimaropa except sa may Palawan. Habang natitirang bahagi po ng Luzon kabilang ang Metro Manila, andyan pa rin ang bahagyang maulap at minsan maulap na kalangitan na sinasamahan lamang po ng may hinang ulan or mga pag-ambon. Dito sa Metro Manila, hindi pa rin po kainitan sa ngayon, between 24 to 32 degrees Celsius at malamig pa rin dito sa may norte, kabilang na dyan ang Baguio City mula po 14 hanggang 24 degrees Celsius. Sa ating mga kababayan po sa Palawan at malaking bahagi ng Visayas, magbaon po ng payong kung lalabas ng bahay for today dahil aasahan pa rin po ang mga pag-ulan, dulot pa rin yan ng shear line o yung banggaan ng mainit at malamig na hangin. Pinakamalalakas ang mga pag-ulan dito pa rin sa may southern portion ng Palawan as well as eastern Visayas. Mataas ang chance na magtataas po tayo ng mga weather advisories and even heavy rainfall warnings. Habang natitirang bahagi din po ng Luzon or Visayas, asahan din po itong western central portions, mostly cloudy skies at makakaasa din po ng mga kalat-kalat na ulan and thunderstorms, lalo na po bago mag-umaga hanggang sa hapon. Temperatura natin sa Metro Cebu between 25 to 30 degrees Celsius at mas mababa pa yung temperatura doon po sa may eastern Visayas. At sa ating mga kababayan po dito sa malaking bahagi ng Mindanao, asahan pa rin ang mga pag-ulan dulot po ng easterlies kaya't magbaon din po ng payong. As early as this morning, meron ng malalakas sa pag-ulan sa may Bangsamoro Region and Zamboanga Peninsula at mataas din ang tsansa ng mga pag-ulan sa mga susunod na oras over Soxargen, Davao Region, Dinagat Islands, and Surigao del Norte. Ang natitirang bahagi ng Caraga Region plus Northern Mindanao, bahagyang maulap at minsan maulap ang kalangitan sa umaga, pero pagsapit ng hapon, mataas na rin ang tsansa ng mga ulan at mga thunderstorms. Usually, nagtatagal yan ng hanggang 3 oras. Temperatura natin sa Zamboanga City and Davao City hanggang 32 degrees Celsius. Sa ngayon po, wala na tayong gale warning or babala sa matataas sa mga pag-alon dahil sa mabilis na paghina po ng hanging amihan. Asahan lamang ngayong umaga hanggang 4 meters sa may Northern Samar and Eastern Samar, pero eventually po bababa din yan hanggang 3 metro pagsapit bukas ng umaga. Ang malaking bahagi po ng Luzon at dito rin sa may eastern sides po ng Visayas and Mindanao, posible pa rin maglaro hanggang 2 hanggang 3 metro po ang taas sa mga pag-alon hanggang bukas. Pero eventually po, mas malaking bahagi na ng bansa. Sa susunod po na linggo, magkakaroon po ng banayad ng katamtaman na taas ng mga pag-alon. At para naman sa ating 4-day weather forecast, bukas, araw ng linggo, March 23, asahan pa rin po ang kalat-kalat na ulan and thunderstorms sa malaking bahagi po ng Visayas, Mindanao, Mimaropa, and Bicol region. Epekto yan ng pinagsamang shear line plus easterlies. Kaya't mag-ingat pa rin po sa banta ng baha at pagguho ng lupa. Pinakamatataas pa rin ang tsansa ng mga pag-ulan dito po sa may Bicol region at sa may eastern Visayas. Ang natitirang bahagi po ng Luzon, itong northern and central portions, Metro Manila plus Calabarzon, bahagyang maulap at madalas maulap ang kalangitan pagsapit po ng hapon, pero meron lamang po mga posibleng mahihinang pag-ulan or mga pag-ambon. Then pagsapit po ng Lunes hanggang Miyerkules, that's March 24 to 26, iiral muli ang easterlies o yung hangin galing Pacific Ocean. Magbabalik ang mainit at maalinsangan na panahon, lalo na po sa may eastern sides ng ating bansa po yan, mga Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Pero may mga lugar pa rin po na magkakaroon ng mga paulan, kabilang na ang malaking bahagi ng Mindanao. Hindi naman po ito tuloy-tuloy. Ngayon din ang Eastern Visayas, Isabela, Aurora, gayon din ang Quezon, Marinduque, Oriental Mindoro, and Palawan sometime from Monday hanggang Wednesday. Kaya make sure po na magbabaon pa rin ng payong. As for the northeast monsoon, posible na yung itong northeast monsoon na nararanasan natin, yung pinakahuling pong bugso ng amihan na siyang mapapalitan po eventually ng pagsisimula po ng panahon ng tag-init or warm dry season po sa ating bansa. Magbabalik pa rin naman yung hangin galing po sa hilaga na siyang tinatawag natin na northeasterly wind flow pagsapit ng Abril. Ang ating sunrise ay 5:59 ng umaga at ang sunset ay 6:07 ng gabi. Yan muna ang latest mula dito sa Weather Forecasting Center ng Pag-asa. Ako muli si Benison Estareja na nagsasabing sa anumang panahon, Pag-asa magandang solusyon.
And ladies and gentlemen, that ends it here for koolNews Early Edition. We will return with more news headlines later with the weekend edition of koolNews at 6 p.m. Until then, I am Carol, and this has been koolNews Early Edition. And now, as we are heading into the last minutes of Hello Pilipinas, we will be covering the Anime Japan 2025 headlines after the break. We will be right back. let's get into the exciting part where we will cover the Anime Japan 2025 live on Hello Pilipinas. So, in case you don't know, I think my controller, I am losing control again. I don't know why. So let me just restart my AnyTask here. But yes, we are indeed back right here on Hello Pilipinas. Okay, so let me fix the camera angle because again, I'm losing the camera angle control for some reason. So let's adjust it here. We only have last 4 minutes, by the way. So what do we have here live? So, okay, so yeah, what do we have here live? Zoom it in here. Okay, I think this will do. Okay, yeah. Okay, so now let's see what's in the Anime Japan 2025 right now, and that is what we are going to find out right now. There we go. Okay, so let's go to the animenewsnetwork.com for the latest Anime Japan 2025 headlines. Again, we will be here until 11 a.m. Okay, ladies and gents, we have some lot of brand new information, and that is let's start with Tokyo Revengers. So the Anime Japan 25 stage for the 5th anniversary of the Tokyo Revengers anime reveal on Saturday that the next arc of the Tokyo Revengers anime is titled Tokyo Revengers War of the Three Titans. The stage panel also unveiled the visual and the anime's updated cast, which we cannot show you right now, but it will be shown later, or I should say it will be shown more later, or I should say, yeah, it will be shown late on Wednesday's episode of As We're Stuffing. So, yeah, ladies and gents, we have a brand new arc that is basically a brand new season coming to Tokyo Revengers, and we are uncertain if this is going to be once again Disney Plus exclusive. We will see how that goes, but yeah, we don't know if this is going to be exclusive to Disney Plus, but we will wait and see if the next arc of Tokyo Revengers will be Disney Plus exclusive. On the other note, and finally, Rascal Does Not Dream of Santa Claus anime reveals more cast opening theme song, and yep, it is set to air this July. The Anime Japan 25 panel for Rascal Does Not Dream of Santa Claus, which is basically university student arc, debuted the first promotional video for the anime on Saturday. The video reveals more cast members for the anime, previews the anime's opening theme song Snowdrop by Content Candy, and also reveals the anime's July television premiere date. And we have a lot of the new characters, which we will get to show you on the Wednesday's episode of As We're Stuffing. Also, a brand new season of the Angel Next Door rottens me. Yep, there is a brand new season. A new season coming soon. We have a lot of exciting anime headlines to cover for what's coming this Wednesday. So that's basically first glance of what you can expect for this Wednesday's episode of As We're Stuffing. A lot of Anime Japan 2025 headlines. And as we are about to wrap it up, let's have a quote of the day from Brainy Quote. And we cannot go over time, so we're going to be very quick with the brain of the quote. Quote of the day. All right, today's quote of the day, ladies and gents: pennies do not come from heaven; they have to be earned here on earth. That is from Margaret Thatcher. And with that it will be it for Hello Pilipinas this morning. It is exactly 11 p.m. Thank you very much for joining us to start your mornings right here, and we will be back again with another round of the news headlines with the 6 p.m. edition of koolNews later. Until then, I am Cairo, and this has been Hello Pilipinas. Happy weekend, everyone, and we will see you tomorrow. Goodbye for now.